In this video we are looking at minors and cofactors. So we have minors and then we have cofactors, and cofactors are just negative or positive minors. So we're going to be focusing much on minors, and then we're going to make some examples and then some practice problems. So here we're going to start with minors. So with minors we're going to represent it as Mij. And for Mij, you're going to be looking at two things. So the ith row and the jth column. So we find the minor by deleting the ith row and the jth column. So let's look at a matrix here. So say we have a matrix and then we have A11, A12, A13, and then we have A21, we have A22, and we have A23, we have A31, A32, and A33. So that is how a matrix will look like. So you can notice that when we have Aij, you can notice two things. You can notice that these are the rows and these are the column. So just like you're going to see when we are dealing with minors, so we're going to be dealing with rows and then we're going to be dealing with columns. Say for example we are looking for A32, so I know that this is the third row, so it's a third row and what, and the second column. So I just go to the third row. So this is the first row, this is the second row, and this is the third row. This is the first column, second column, and third column. Going to the third row, so here is the third row, and then the second column, this is the second column. So this is A32. Okay, now for minors, let's look at how we actually find minors. So we're going to convert these to M11, M12, M13, M21, M22, M23, and then we have M31, M32, and M33. And then after this we're going to find what cofactors, and after cofactors we are able to find what determinants. So that's how it goes. So to find M11 from here we have to delete the first row and then the first column. So let's look at this. So M11 we're going to delete, there is the first row that we delete and then the first column that we delete, and then what is left we just multiply it. So we have A22 multiplied by A31. So for M11 we're going to have A22 then multiplied by A31, and then we're going to subtract these. So we're going to subtract A32 then multiply by A23. Let's look at for M12. So for M12, you can see that this is for M12, so we're going to go to A22. So we're going to delete the first row and the second column. So the first row, we delete the first row, and then we delete the second column, and then what is left we just cross multiply it. So we have A21 times A23, A31. So A21 times A31, so we're going to write A21 times your A31, and then we're going to subtract the product of this diagonal. So it's A31 times A23. So it's A31 times your A23. So you can notice how simple this is. So we're going to find M13 just for another practice, and then we're going to go and use an example to see where we go with this. So let's look at for M13. So to find M13, so we're going to go to A13, and then we cancel the first row for first row, and then we cancel the third column, and then what is remaining, you can see that you can just multiply that, and then we have A21 then multiply by A32, and then we are subtracting. So we are subtracting this product, which is A31 then multiplied by A22. So that is how you find it. Maybe for practice you can do maybe 33. So for M33 you can just pause and then see if you find M33. So that was M31. So for M33 I assume that you have paused and then found it. So for M33, so you go to A33, or else you just go and then subtract, you cancel, the first. So for M33 you're going to cancel the third row and then the third column. So the third row, we start by cancelling the third row and then cancelling the third column. So we have A11 then multiplied by A22. So we have A11 times A22, and then we subtract this one. So it's A21 times A12. So we subtract A21 times A12. So that's how you find your M33.